Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Mm-hmm.
Sorry? Yes,
Mhm.
I can hear you.
You can hear me or you cannot hear me? Can you hear me? Hello?
I can hear you.
Mm-hmm. How are you today?
Sao chị đang học? Yes.
Mm-hmm. How are you? Can you please tell?
I'm good. Very busy this time, but in general, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. How about you?
Good, good. Wake up 15 minutes ago because in my country it's like now it's 3:30 a.m. so it's a little bit early, but it's not a problem. Like I mentioned to you, it's not a problem to have a class. Okay, and how about your day? Can you please tell me about your day? I know it's like 8:30 a.m. your time, so yes. Okay, can you tell me about your schedule? Okay, so what will you do today?
Uh, yeah. Today we have a lot of sections for the upcoming students,
Mm-hmm.
and to have some workshops for the potential students. Um, we have the main recruitment period in September. This
Mm-hmm.
time, the students just knew their results from the high school, so they are thinking to apply to certain schools and programs, and we need to do something to attract them
Mm-hmm.
to choose our program. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, very nice, very nice. Okay, so busy, busy, busy. Okay, I want to say, uh, I want to tell you something, Christina. Christina, say hello to you because we used to spoke a couple of days ago because yes, we usually take a walk. When we finished our job, we take a walk a little bit, speak about job and everything else. And I was saying that I'm having classes with you, and she mentioned to me that send regards to you. So, yes. Okay, very nice. And I just want to ask you, okay, so about next week, when do you want to have classes? Okay, so Monday, Friday, but can you tell me the time because I want to write everything on my notebook. So can you please tell me when do you want to have classes on Monday and when do you want to have classes on Friday? Do you have
I mentioned that for the next Monday, the class will be 1:15. Is it okay?
1:30, please 1:30. Can be 1:30,
Yeah. Okay,
okay?
1:30.
2 p.m. and Friday, next Friday?
Friday, I don't know yet.
Yeah, you don't know yet. Okay, can you tell me on Monday?
Yes, yes, I will try.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, very nice. Okay, so we will start. I will share my screen. We have a really nice and interesting topic here. Topic
Okay.
is okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see. Yes, wait. Yeah.
Okay, so we have here. Okay, so you will be also my teacher. You will teach me something about your country because I'm still in process of learning about some values and everything else about your country. So we have here this question. Question number one. Can you please read the question number one?
Is abortion legal in your country?
Hmm? So,
Not really. Yeah, not really. Mm.
mm,
I think the law doesn't allow this to be happen in Vietnam.
mhm,
And so a lot of couples try to have their own, like try to hire someone from like Thailand and Philippines, I believe, to help them to have their own babies.
mhm. Okay, and for example, we have here abortion, and can you please tell me what is happening when people don't want to have a baby? Can they? What is happening in this situation when people don't want to have a baby? Okay, in my country, sometimes abortion can be.
I think in Vietnam they still accept abortion, but of course the hospital will consult you that you should not do that if you don't have any like valid reasons, like your babies have some problems, or like you have health problems that you cannot get you can not carry the babies inside till like till they get birth.
Mhm, mhm. Okay, and what is the process of this? Okay, so for example, I can see that maybe situation is really complicated in your country. So what is the process of this? For example, if young couple don't want to have a baby, okay, usually I'm speaking about what is
Uh,
happening in my country. So, for example, if
yeah, okay, sure.
they don't want to have a baby, they go and have abortion. So what is happening in your country if young couple, for example, is not ready to have a baby?
Yeah, like because they the Confucius and the traditional values in Vietnam are very important. And the traditional values of Vietnam does not accept couples to have sex before they get married. So if
Oh.
now, I mean now they are more open, but still in like older generations, like old
Mhm,
people, they still think that if you have sex or even worse, you have a baby before you get married, it's like it's a very bad thing to your family, and the family's reputation can be largely affected
mhm, mhm,
if in the family they have like someone to get pregnant before they get married.
mhm,
So a lot of couples try like find abortion as a way out.
mhm.
Um, However, like most of like the couples will go to the hospitals or some medical centers to get rid of the baby.
Wow.
Uh, but before they do that, the doctors and the nurses at the hospitals will consult them so that they can rethink and so that they can make another decision, like the wiser decision,
Mhm.
so that they will not regret in the future. However, the final decision still belongs to the women and the
Uh-huh.
couple. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm,
If they still decide that they don't want the baby, then the hospital will do for them.
mhm, mhm. Okay, and okay, so I want to ask you. Okay, so this is something that it's true. It's true. First, I want to say that it's true. What happened to me, okay, and my wife. Okay, so of course, we get married. Of course, we want a baby, but we couldn't let's say, in a natural way. We couldn't.
Um,
Okay, so we used to go to the clinic. Okay, and we call this in the perfect conditions. We used to have a baby, and everything was fine, of course. We couldn't have a baby because we didn't know what was the problem. Okay, so I think that maybe what I think, we used to go to the clinic, and clinic help us to have a baby. For example, I used to give my sample. They put my sample inside of her, and she got pregnant. Okay, I think that we are just in this occasion when we couldn't get the baby, we are not. One doctor mentioned that we are not. Everything is fine from my side. Everything is fine from her side, but we are not. Let's say we couldn't get. I don't know. We don't have a reasons. A lot of couples in my country have the same problem. Younger couples, older couples, maybe the way of the life, the way of the stress or something like this. So I just want to ask you, do you have clinics like this in your country that can
Yes.
help you, for example, if couple don't want cannot have a baby in a natural way? Do you have clinics, for example, in your country who help couples to get a baby?
Yes, 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 of course. I think they are very good at that one. To be honest, my younger brother, my parents needed to do insemination.
Insemination, yes, yes.
Insemination to have him. Like for my parents did 3 times, and finally they had my younger brother.
Okay, yes. Okay, very nice. And what is your opinion about this? Do you think this is good? Do you think this is bad? I'm just asking because you mentioned that your traditional country, that most of the people in Vietnam have uh, okay traditional opinions and everything else. So what is your opinion about that? I'm just curious. Okay, if you want, you can tell me. This is something that it's interesting what happened to me and my wife, but now my best friend and his wife, they have the similar problem, and they will go with they decide to have a similar solution. So can you please tell me what is your opinion about this? Because I know that you have two children, and your children is 2 and 4 years old. My son is 3 years old. So what do you think about this?
I think it's a good way to help couples to have their own children, own babies. So before in Vietnam, they didn't believe in that technique. They think they thought that uh, this this baby was not yours, their babies, because they think that the sperm and like the sperm it was they believe that the sperm is not from the man, like they are not confident that that they don't believe that they don't believe on the process of doing that. Like they think that they cannot be sure the hospital, the doctors will take the sperms and the actual things from from them. I mean, from the wife and the husband.
Yes.
They they think that the doctors and nurses might take another sperm, like
Another samples, another
yeah,
sample.
another sample. Yes, correct. Yeah,
Yes.
so
Okay. So yeah, yes. I just when I saw the lesson, I was thinking to ask you these questions. I don't want to be strict to go by the lesson. I want to put, for example, some examples and spoke a little bit, and of course to hear your opinion about this. Okay. So we have here a daughter's decision. Okay, Ray and Martha Brown have an 18-year-old daughter, Jan. What does Jan want to do? And how do Roy and Martha feel? Before we continue, I know that you mentioned that you are 33 or 34 years old, something like this. Is that right?
3 years old.
Okay, my apology. Okay, so yes, I want to ask you because in my country now, because I am this year I will be 40. My son is 3 years old. So yes, I got my son when I was 37. So when people, I know that I used to have a lot of students and they spoke to me, and a lot of students decide to have a baby earlier. So like your age or earlier. Okay, so can you tell me, for example, what age group, for example, people usually have babies, start to have first baby? So I know that, okay, if you are 33, so you got your first child at 29. So when do you usually, in my country, usually couples have more than 35 years old. Yeah, more than 35 years old. And yes, so when couples in Vietnam usually start to have children.
I think in Vietnam they tend to have the children earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the past, even they have they had the babies when they were like um, 18,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
18 or so. Yeah. Um, Very early, but I think they are becoming um, like they are changing. Uh, Now the average age of having a baby, I think, is about 25 years old. I mean,
25.
yeah, 25, yeah, 25, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like uh, I believe that most of the people want to get married after they graduate and they find some jobs
Mm-hmm.
to like they have a stable job with stable earnings and like they just get married and just have a baby. That's why I think the average age of having a baby is in Vietnam is about 25.
25. Okay, I ask you this question because yes, I just want to compare situation in your country and my country. And I have a friend. He's living in Vietnam in Ho Chi Minh City. So he's from my country. Okay, so he get married a couple of months ago.
Wow.
Okay, yes, and his wife is pregnant. Okay, so he's like 30 years old, and I don't know her age. And I want to ask you, what people think about, for example, if Vietnamese girl get married with someone who is not from Vietnam and have a child. Okay, so can you tell me what usually people from Vietnam think about this? For example, in my country, because we are like I mentioned to you that we are like a little bit old-fashioned. We are like a traditional country. So most of our people usually think that okay, so I'm from Serbia. Serbian guy needs to find a Serbian woman. Okay, so what is situation in your country about this topic? I just want to ask you to just to compare to see. Um, can you please tell me?
Yeah, I think um, like depends on like the people themselves. But I think Vietnamese people believe that um, it's cool to get married with foreigners and have a babies, especially if the guys are from Westerns because their children will look very cute.
No. Ah, very nice, very nice. Because I'm having a lot of students, and most of the Vietnamese girls ask me, for example, are you married? And I don't know why do they usually ask these questions, and my friend used to tell me that this is a common situation. I just want to know from the women point of view, because you're of course woman, you're
Because you look so handsome and attractive to them.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because this is something that has happened to my friend because he's living in Vietnam and he decided to live in Vietnam, and this is something that happened with him also. So yes, okay, very nice. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we can we can start with our lesson. Okay, so we have here this conversation. Okay, so we will read this conversation, and then we can speak about this. Okay, so you will be Martha. Okay, okay, you
Okay.
will be a woman. I will be Roy, and we can speak a little bit. Okay,
Yeah.
can you start, please?
Okay. Okay, honey. Well, I think we need to talk about this some more. Yes, let's talk tomorrow. Bye. I love you too.
Was that Jan?
Yeah.
What's the problem this time?
I just found out Jan's pregnant. She wants to have an abortion.
Okay, that's terrible. Uh, you know, I had a feeling something like this was going to happen. What did you tell her?
Well, yeah, you know where I stand. I told her that she shouldn't go through with it. She can't have an abortion. We have to convince her to change her mind.
Mhm. I'm I'm not with you on this one, honey. I think Jen is right.
You can't be serious. You think she should get an abortion? Don't you remember? That's what everyone told me when I was 18. Get an abortion. You're too young to have a baby. It ruined your life, but I didn't, and I thought you agreed with me.
Just one moment. Well, I did uh, then, but that was you. You were amazing. You couldn't handle it. You knew that you're what you're doing, and I was there to support and help you raise the baby. With Jan, it's completely different. She's not responsible enough to have a baby, and she can't take care of it. Look at all of the trouble she's having just taking care of herself, and she doesn't want to be a mother.
She's just saying that now because she's scared. We have to show her that things will be alright. We'll help her, and being a mother teaches responsibility. Jan will do fine if she has our support.
But this won't teach Jan responsibility. You know, honey, sometimes I think abortion is the right thing to do.
I don't believe that. You know that? We need to make her see that abortion is always a terrible mistake. She regrets it for the rest of her life if she goes through with it. Don't you see?
I don't know if it is a mistake for Jan. I just don't know.
Right. This is something that a man simply can understand.
Mm. Okay, so we have here this complicated situation. Now, I just want to ask you, what do you think about situation? Okay, so for example, if you're speaking about your friend, okay, so what is something that you will do in this situation? What advice would you give to your friend? As, for example, as a friend, okay, so you're a woman, you're a friend, you you're having two children. So what advice would you give to her?
I believe that um, um, the baby does not have any mistake. So we should not get someone affected because of your mistakes.
Mhm.
So I think that in this situation, my friend should keep the baby and
Mm-hmm.
raise her up. I know a lot of difficulties will happen,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of things, and the baby may be affected if we cannot prepare well, especially when they grow up, lack of the love from her dad, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of things will happen. Every decision whether keep or get rid of a baby will have pros and cons. Like we will have certain positive and negative consequences. We need to put some priority on that and let's choose.
Mm-hmm.
But if my friend asks me, then I will tend to keep the baby. I refer the option of keeping the baby.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. On this one, I agreed with you. Okay. So on this one, I think that because um, well, that is a mother decision, of course, because this is something that is connected and related to, let's say, mother's body. Okay. So, for example, if we are together, you and me, okay. So I will tell, of course, my opinion. But the final decision, it's up to you. So whatever you decide, I will support. I will tell your, for example, my opinion, what I'm thinking about this. My opinion is, of course, to have a baby. But the final decision, it's up to woman because this is your body, and you know how you feel. So in my opinion, this is what will I do? Support, of course, someone who is with me, and let that person, woman, to decide, and whatever she decide, I will support. Okay, so this is from my side because women, you need to take care of the baby, take care of your body, to take care of everything. And yes, this is something about what I'm thinking. And of course, because I was in this situation, because we desperately want to have a baby, because we are a little bit desperate. Um, and I was saying to my wife, then because we couldn't, and she was thinking that she has a problem, and I was saying to her, okay, I'm with you all the time. I don't want to, for example, because some men in my country, they want to have children, and they want to have, especially they want to have boys. Okay, this
Oh,
is like a tradition. This is something that is connected.
similar to Vietnam. Yeah.
Yes, they want to have voice. And I have one friend. This is a funny situation because uh, he's like old fashioned. He's acting like that he's a modern man, and he was his wife was pregnant, and he got a daughter. First time, second time also daughter, third time daughter. And when he celebrates, and when he invites us on dinner, he was saying, okay, we want to have our fourth child, and I sense that he wants to have another opportunity or chance to have a baby. That he wants to have a baby boy. And I was saying, okay, you want to have a boy, and you're making children with wrong reasons. And now his wife is pregnant, and he expecting another girl. So it's
Wow.
it's funny. It's funny. In the same time, it's funny because I think those are wrong reasons. When they ask me, when my wife was pregnant, because we have certain difficulties to have a child. And Christina, as a matter of fact, Christina asked me, what do you want? I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care. Okay. When I was younger, I want to have a boy. But when my wife was pregnant, I was saying, I really don't care. I just want to be healthy. Okay. Now it's a boy and I'm happy, but when I see, for example, I have some friends and they have children or a daughter. When I see a little girl, sometimes I'm a little bit sad. Oh, I also want to have a girl. Okay, so for my side, my way of thinking was I really don't care. Okay, I
Right.
just want
Yeah.
I just want to have yes, because we have these certain difficulties to have a child. Yeah, and I was saying to my wife because we couldn't get a baby. I was saying, okay, I'm staying with you. And I think that I relaxed her when I was saying to her, okay, so we will, okay, don't worry, I'm staying with you. We are having a children. We don't have a children. I will stay with you, whatever happens. And she was relaxed. Okay, so yes, this is something that it's interesting. It's really interesting because I was 37, she was 34, and yes, and now we have a son, but we don't have. We spoke with doctors. We couldn't have another baby, but we are happy with one. I'm really happy. I'm really satisfied, and yeah. Okay, so yes, happy end. Okay, now okay, check your understanding. Okay, can you please read the question number 1 and give me your answer? What do you think?
Okay. What does Mata want Jane to do and why?
Hmm?
Mata wants Jane to keep the baby because she thinks that if Jane decides to get rid of a baby, then she will regret in the future, and also the baby will teach Jane responsibility, and I believe that Jane will mature
Mm-hmm.
after having the baby.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have here teach responsibility. Okay, and how, for example, okay, sorry, okay, let's go with question number 2. Can you please read the question number 2?
Okay, what does Roy want Jane to do and why? Roy refers Jane to have the abortion because Roy thinks that um, Jane does not have like a capacity and does not have characteristics that a mother needs for a baby. Joy believes that Jane cannot take care of herself, so how can Jane take care of another person, her
Mm-hmm.
baby?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, yes, and how are Martha and Jan similar? How are they similar?
How are Martha and Jane similar? Uh, I think they agree that in the past, the decision of keeping their own baby because of the accidents are right.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they believe that they did the right thing in the past, not go for abortion.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and yes, and I just want to ask you, okay, why people think that youngers are not so responsible in this situation? Okay, so why, for example, someone think that certain people are not responsible in these situations that are happening? So, please tell me, what do you think? Why people usually think? I think it's sometimes I think that is a little bit not cruel, but it's let's say it's not okay to judge on someone who is younger. Younger maybe means that some people maybe they can have a responsibility to through others. So what do you think about this? to take care of the baby?
I think young. I don't say for all people, but young people, they normally um, uh, like they are too young, so they are used to depend too much on their parents, like for the expenditure, for the everything in life. So now they need to be responsible for someone else. They don't. I think they don't have any experience on that, and because they are young, they want to explore and they want to play more than take care of a family, a baby. Like yeah, so in
Okay.
addition, I think yeah, young people, like they have like a very wide future, and if they have a baby, like they a baby can stop them from like exploring and develop developing in their career or developing further.
Developing in their career. Okay, I think that I understand what you want to say. Okay, and did you have support? For example, we have a lot of support, especially from my wife's parents. Okay, so we have support because they my mother from my wife, she retired, and she's helping a lot with the baby. So can you please tell me, do you have support of from your family and husband's family? Because this is, in my opinion, this is something that is really important. When you have support, sometimes they take care of our little boy. So do
Yeah.
you have similar support in your family?
Actually, because I live far away from my parents, and my parents have their own business, so they are very busy. Thus, when I gave birth of my son and my daughter, I didn't receive any support from my parents, my own parents. I mean, physical support. Of course, they like call me or like they have more like philosophical support. Yeah, like they talk and they share the experience to me, something like that. And they are both doctors, so
Oh,
so teach
wow.
yeah how to take care of baby. Yeah, they are
Okay.
both doctors and they are the doctors for the children.
Ah, very nice, very nice. Okay, so you have a lovely support from your family. This is something that I think it's really, in my opinion, this is really amazing. This is really fantastic to have this kind of support. Wow. Okay, very nice. Now let's see this read these opinions. Okay, we have here Carmen. Okay, so can you please read about Carmen here? Okay, what she thinks.
Yeah, Martha and Ron should allow Jane to have an abortion.
So what do you think about this?
I think that as an adult, we need to consult and discuss all the pros and cons of the situation for someone like younger, like Jane, to know, like to have a complete pictures of the situation, the pros and cons, the priority, all of that. But I think that the final decision still is still on her.
Mhm, mhm. Okay, and what is your opinion about her? Okay, Martha and Roy should allow Jan. How do they think should allow? I think. Do you think this is, for example, it is, let's say, too much? Too much. Okay, so for example, if I understand, if I understood correctly, Jan is 18 years old, so she's responsible for her action. So what do you think about this? How they can should allow in this situation? Okay, I think that this decision is up to Jan, but what do you think about this?
I think this opinion is more on like Asian and Confucius cultures,
Hmm?
where the parents have the strong and final decision. Like they, like in traditionally in Vietnam, the parents are the one who decides for their children.
Mm-hmm.
For example, who you will get married, uh, what you need to do. You need to follow and you need to obey the parents completely. This
Mm-hmm.
is cultures.
Yeah, interesting, interesting. Okay, so yes, in my opinion, not in my opinion, in past, usually, okay, parents should always ask. For example, who are your parents? When, for example, when I used to come and I was younger, when I was around 20, 25, when I met uh, okay, my girlfriend, or and they ask me, who are you, who are your parents, what do you do, what is their job, what is the name of your parents, etc., etc., etc. So they ask me, and like I mentioned, it's okay, you're from Asia, we are from Serbia, it's very similar. So, did you used to have this situation, for example, when you were young, that your parents want to know everything about, for example, your boyfriend, or did you have this situation in the past? Hmm?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and why parents ask these questions? I just want to hear your opinion. Why they want to ask those questions? I think those questions sometimes can be really
I
cool.
think it's all about the cultures. It's all about the values, like the traditional values and cultures. Uh, in the past, in Vietnam, people tend to control their children
Mhm.
in every aspect.
Wow.
Yeah, so even worse, like in the past, you are like the couple didn't know each other
Mhm.
before they get married. They just
Wow.
knew the partner when I mean on the wedding day itself.
Mhm. Wow.
Yeah, like the parents of the wife and the parents of the husband met each other and decided that okay, so their children will would get married, and
Mhm.
then everything happened. So the men and the women will just only knew each other on the wedding day.
Wow. Okay, this is.
But I think now it's becoming better and better.
Okay. And what would you do, for example, if you are okay? Okay, so now you, of course, you have your husband. Okay, and what would you do in this situation if your parents told you that you need to marry someone that you don't know?
I I'm not so sure, but of course I disagree with that because I think that we need to fight. I mean, we need to know that partner
Mm-hmm.
on a certain extent
Mm-hmm.
before we get married. Um,
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
depending on the time as well. In the past, people thought that mm, it was a good way for parents to control them, and they should obey their parents. Yeah. In the
Mhm,
past, it's like that.
mhm. Okay, very nice. Okay, I think this is something that is quite interesting. Okay, now let's read the next one. Okay, number 2.
And and then
Mhm,
Martha and Roy should encourage Jane to have the child and give it up for doctor.
mhm. Okay, so
Yeah, I I prefer this one, this
mhm,
option.
okay, and why?
Yeah, as I said, the baby has no mistake. So I know if we keep the baby, there are a lot of difficulties in the future. But I think the end, and I mean the results will come as a fruitful endings. Like you will not regret for what you did in the past, and you also yeah, you can so give a chance for baby to grow up and to develop.
Mhm. Okay, yes. Okay, I also agreed, but if I'm a parent, for example, of this child, of this person, if I'm a parent of Jan, I would, I would try to talk with her, not to tell her what she needs to do. I just want to encourage and give all my love and support to her, and tell her that she needs to be very careful about everything, especially about her body, because if she wants to do an abortion, this is something that is not, in my opinion, this is something that is not normal, and she needs to be aware that if she make a mistake and do abortion, maybe in the future she will not have an opportunity to have a baby. So she needs to think really hard what she wants to do. Okay, but this is, like I mentioned, this is just let's say my opinion about this. That uh, like I mentioned, I don't want to not to have a responsibility to um on this, but I just want to remind this person that what she can do, and something that can be wrong, because I'm having one lady friend. She, when she was younger, she was like let's say hmm, she was she have not just one couple of abortion, because she didn't want to have a baby, and now she's almost 40 years old, and now she wants to have a child, but she can't have a child because she has used to have a lot of abortion when she was young.
Oh.
Yes, and this is why I'm saying that okay, love and support and everything else, it's okay, but if you're doing something like this, you can damage your body, and later on you will not have a child, and you will make a big mistake. So this is why I'm having this opinion about this. Okay, so they need to think about this. Maybe they will do something that is really really bad and really really wrong. Okay, and yes, I just want to share because I think that if you want to have, for example, a child, you need to do this in a proper way. Okay, let's see Koji what he thinks about the situation.
Martha and Roy should encourage Jane to have a child and raise it.
Hmm? So what do you think about this?
Yeah.
Do you think this is a good opinion or?
Yes. I think if Jane has enough support, so the best option should be what Kogi said. Like she should give a birth and then raise the baby. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm. Raise it. Yes, this is something that I completely agreed with you. Okay, now we have supporting ideas. Okay, we have number 1 here. Can you please read number 1?
Once the baby is born, she will. It belongs to
Okay, let's go up.
Koji. Koji.
OG. Okay, so what do you think about this? Once the baby is born, she will love it. Do you think is this possible? What do you think?
Yeah. The
Of
baby is
course.
very cute as
Yes.
normal. I mean, all the babies are cute. So I know like we have a lot of difficulties when take caring of the baby, but the baby are always cute and sometimes they know how to say like cute sentences, making us um, forget all about the tiredness. I mean, we
Of
will be
course.
happy.
Of course. This is something that is yes, it's true. Okay, I completely agree with you because we are, let's say, we have children similar age, so I completely agreed with you with this one. Okay, number 2.
A portion is too extreme. We can always give up the baby to a couple who want the child. And
Yes, and your thoughts about this? What do you think about this? To give a child, what do you think? Is this?
if like if your circumstances does not allow do not allow you to raise the baby, then I think the statement two may be a good way for you.
Okay, and what do you think? Okay, for me it's terrible. Okay, for example, if this baby is mine, okay, if I have this baby, from my point of view, let's say this is just my point of view to give someone else my child. No, I don't want. I want to keep for me because of course I love my child and everything that is around me. So what do you think about this? What is your opinion about this?
I think I still stick with the option of raising up the baby by myself. But if my finance don't allow me to do that, like I'm very poor, I'm super poor, I don't have money to even to support my life, and I even don't have any money left for the baby, or or some similar situation like that, I think that it's a good way for me to give up the baby to another family.
Okay.
Of course, I think I will choose very carefully so that to make sure that my baby uh, will have a new home. I mean, new happy home.
Okay, number 3.
Unmarried women may not be able to take care of a baby by herself. I think this statement is go to common opinion. Um, and I think it's not true.
It's not
Um,
true.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe situation is a little bit complicated with this one, and to be honest, I really don't know what can be expected to in this situation. Okay, number 4.
4. Unwanted children create problems for everyone. I think it's, this supporting statement can go with Cameron's opinion.
Okay, and what problems we can have? For example, okay, so this family can have unwanted children create problems from everyone. What problems?
Uh, like if unwanted children are in Vietnam, like people, I mean other people outsider will look at the children and say some bad things like, oh, you don't have a dad, you are unwanted, and so it hurt the children a lot. Mm, and because you need to raise the children by yourself, so you don't have any support from the guy and the dad, um, so there will be a lot of difficulties.
Okay. And number 5.
Abortion is not an answer. We must live with the consequences of our actions. Mm, maybe Anton.
Answer yes. Okay, and number 6.
Although women should be able to make her own decision. Koji.
Koji. Okay, and of these opinions, okay, so we have 3 opinions here. Which one do you support the most? Which one, for example, here, do you support the most? I think that you don't support Carmen. This is just my opinion, but okay, you can say you can say what you think. But I think as and so do you support Anton or Koji?
Koji.
Koji. And why?
Yeah, I think uh, the mother of a baby will be the one who love the baby the most and try hard and try everything to make the baby happy and safely safe.
Okay, very nice. Okay, thank you. Okay, this is really nice. Okay, so we spoke a lot. Okay, you teach me something. To be honest, I can say that you teach me something that I didn't know about your culture and something that is related to your country. I didn't know certain things, and you teach me. And I'm also very grateful because of this, because I know that your country is very traditional in some aspects, and I can say that is, in my opinion, this is something that is good. And wow, amazing. Okay, now we came to the end of our class. So do you have, first, I want to ask you, what do you think about this topic? What is your opinion about this topic?
I think it's a good topic and it's my hard topic, especially I think in Vietnam people like it's a big problem in Vietnam.
Okay, and it's a big problem. And why is the big problem? Okay, you can teach me more. Why is the big
Like because more and more couples live with each other before they get married in Vietnam. So the accidents becomes bigger. I mean, more cases of the accident pregnancy.
I understand what you want to
Yes. So
Yes, this is something that also happens in my country. Yes, I'm aware. I'm aware of this. Okay, very nice. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed today. Okay, that we spoke. I will say hello to Christina when I see her. I probably see her on Sunday. Okay, so yes, okay, because she will have a race, and after this, I think that we will go on dinner or something. So yeah. Okay, do you have any questions for me?
no.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have any question.
Okay.
Question.
I really hope so that you enjoyed today, and I can say that I really also enjoy. And I definitely want to see you next time. So see you on Monday at 8:30 my time.
One.
That is yes,
No,
yes.
one.
Yes. I'm speaking about my time. This is 8:30 in the morning. Yes, 1:30 your time, because 5 hours is a difference, time difference between your
Oh,
and my country. Yes, we see you at 1:30. So don't worry. Everything is fine.
okay. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
no problem. My pleasure. See you next time.
See you next time. Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.